Well, greetings. This is David Zaitsev. Figured I'd tell you about some interesting holsters that I have. I was going through a bunch of stuff in the past few days. Ended up finding one of my show holsters that I had ordered months ago and never known where it came from. So, this is a very interesting holster. This is a Civil War era holster. And this is actually a reverse-handed draw, or I'm not sure exactly if even that's the right word for it, but apparently the belt goes right here, and it's very funny. I've got 100 pants of various types, 100 shirts of various types, or maybe even more. Can't find one of my belts. I'm not happy about that. I'm gonna have to look. Anyway, the belt loop is right here, goes in right here. So apparently these Civil War guys would be on a horse maybe, and they'd have a saber right here. Sometimes if they need to, they pull right here, pull out, aim, fire. So that's how they would use this particular holster. And you know, there's going to be a parade on Mercer Island, or there's going to be something. We don't know exactly what. Assuming that I'm not in jail for the next 6 months. Mercer Island has had an annual parade, and that was great fun. But then Mercer Island had budget problems, and they put something on the ballot, and it failed. It failed, and so they were out of money. They were short on money, and they canceled their parade. It was like 1/10 of their shortfall, and who knows what's going to happen. You know, maybe in 5 or 10 years they're going to figure out how to have a parade again. Anyway, I'm thinking of going on an unofficial walk, and this is one of the things I got on the possibility of perhaps using it to wear for the parade. And you know, actually there's a court that says I'm not supposed to have weapons. I don't know if they're concerned about my holsters or not. But this is my Civil War era reverse-handed draw pistol holster. And you know, one thing that's nice about some things, some weapons that are older than modern, is they're obviously not the thing that the typical mass murderer and serial killer wants to get for the purpose of shooting people. We don't take a pistol from 150 years ago, take it down to a mall and shoot people, because it doesn't have that many bullets and it's not necessarily reliable. And so this type of thing is not associated with evil doing. At least not so far as I know. You know, something we wear for show and reenactment and costumes. This is a holster I have. Got this many years ago. This is a very, very interesting thing. Went to this place and they said, well, you want a concealed carry holster? And I said, no, I want an open carry. And we talked about that, and I got this thing. And what's funny is you can wear this black on black, and sometimes people don't even realize you're wearing this. But if you wear something light, people will notice. I have worn this at times with a airsoft gun inside. Actually, I found that I didn't like it. It was way too heavy. I didn't like it, and I wondered how police manage with this heavy weight on their hip. You know, I wouldn't be able to survive as a police officer if I had to wear something that pulled on my hip that way. I mean, it would wipe me out in a single day. So I wonder about these guys. How in the world can they wear those guns and that taser on their hips? In any case, this is interesting. Sometimes I actually wear this empty. In fact, that's the funnest way to wear this thing. Someone that might want to grab me or hit me or do whatever they're doing, sometimes they've seen it, at least I think they have, and then they decide, well, I wonder what this goes with and where this came from, and then they decide, well, I don't think it's worth it to hit Zaitsev or do whatever they're going to do. So this is an interesting black holster, actually somewhat potentially modern. So that's the story of our holsters. Only have two to tell you about, one of which is obviously not modern. Oh, the other thing I was going to tell you about, yeah, there's a shortened version of this, something like this, that they had in Nazi Germany, you know, in World War II times. So I'm actually going to get one. You know, they've got one with Nazi insignia on it. Didn't really want that with the Nazi insignia. And they also had one that said with no Nazi insignia, but then they were all sold out and they didn't make them anymore. I didn't like that. Apparently there was, you know, Walter PPK or something. Didn't really want to buy a holster with Nazi insignia. I didn't want to scratch it off. Didn't want anyone to come and say, what's David doing with a Nazi insignia holster? That's a little crazy. So in any case, Civil War era, modern stuff, we'll go from there.